An iconic venue, Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? It's the Clemson Tigers and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Guys, LSU was able to bring in one of the most highly sought-after coaching candidates last season. Lane Kiffin now has an opportunity to marry his system with some of the best talent available. LSU always has great players. Can they put it all together, get back in the college football playoff picture, and contend for a national title? Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So LSU's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And now we take a look at Jackson Harris. He's going to get plenty of targets, and in fact, this ought to be one of the better wide receiver matchups you'll see.
And I'm just telling you, being around Jesse Palmer all week, these two schools, he wouldn't have mind playing for these schools because they develop the wide receiver position year in and year out. They find guys with athletic ability that are playmakers, and it's no different today. Palmer, talk about these two dudes.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, they fit this game and the tradition of both these schools, putting out All-American receivers, Bolitnikoff winners, first-round draft picks at the position, and you've got two of those guys here in this game. They're each going to get a bunch of balls thrown their way. They're both so dangerous after the catch. This is a quarterback's dream to get a chance to play in either of these two offenses. This one's going to be fun.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Comes down, it's Watkins. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud. Feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Out wide right, it's Watkins. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And, man, this offense is going to be so much fun to watch. How fast can they get it to click, right? Because every single player that we're going to highlight, whether we do talk about the receivers right now, they're all new. The offensive line's all new. The quarterback's new. Everyone in this program is new, Palmer, and it's on Kiffin to make it work and make it work quickly.
Well, the one thing you know is with this Lane Kiffin offense, these receivers are going to get theirs. They're going to get catches, and you got a really good quarterback in Sam Levitt coming over from Arizona State to give you that opportunity. So while Thomas and Anderson from a year ago, those guys declare, there's a big opportunity. There's a lot of spots up for grabs here for these receivers to go down the field, make a ton of plays, stat it up, and score points for this offense.
Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. It's Green. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Right side, it's Green. Big guy tries to barrel in. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal.
Come on, defense, what are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
He'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. He's looking to pass. Rush right in his face. Touchdown, Tigers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Clemson's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. We get a look at the guy the quarterback will be looking for, DJ Moore. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The run inside. It's Davidson. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Off the boot, looking for his man. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And here's what I like about that, man. That feels like an instinctive play. Like this guy almost knew it was coming. You know, most of the time in a bootleg, they want to show you the run first, but he wasn't buying it, went right to the quarterback, saw it, and made the big sack.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it over the middle. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here.
And, man, that 3rd down changes this decision completely, right? Like getting a big chunk of yards, making it 4th and short. Now it's a true decision. I think you were just thinking about getting half of this, maybe setting up a field goal. Now you got a chance to be aggressive. Let's see what they do here on offense.
Has to have it on 4th down. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. And after that play, there is a Tiger who has yet to get up. That is their sophomore starting wide receiver. Hope he's just shaken up momentarily. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on it. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Out wide left, it's Green. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Here comes the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Trying to get started. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Fires to the big fella. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Drives inside. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a 1st down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Sells to run, looking to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, not much room to run.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Quarterback keep. Fighting off the defender. Made a defender miss. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Some misdirection with the counter. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
The give on fourth down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it, and that was a great call. First down.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Here's some daylight. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Davidson. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Straight ahead, it's Davidson. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Gonna run it. It's Haynes. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. He'll keep it himself. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Man, the option is so hard to stop, and so many bodies near the line of scrimmage on 4th and short. They run it, but just a good job by the quarterback finding space. He didn't need to pitch it. Takes it himself and gets just enough for the first down.
A first down run on the doorstep. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point is good. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Number 81, set to kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Harris. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Look out! Trying to get rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Hits inside. It's Berry. Tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Trying to take it back. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Gives it. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Gotta put it on his body.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it then.
Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Off play action on 1st down. Got him downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And they're attacking the middle of the field. That's a big gain by the offense. And I know the big fella, I know it takes him a second to get going, but once he gets 8, 10, 12 yards downfield, those are big strides, and it's hard for people to keep up with them. Really nice job getting vertical. Nice play by the offense.
Turns up, it's Watkins. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Levin. Takes the easy completion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on 3rd.
They might want to find a way to put it in drive and go forward. It's 3rd and 16. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Watkins. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Running inside, it's Berry. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Pick up on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. How about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They'll give it to him again. Makes a man miss. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. If you're starting like that, now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else. And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Here's Durham. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Trying to pound their way in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
You get down here in the red zone, when you get close to the end zone, and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back, he does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Fires downfield. Left side, Wesco makes the grab. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, he's making it look easy out there snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running ability. It's a lot of what this guy does here, too. He makes it easy on his quarterback.
On the ground, it's Haynes. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Handoff again. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
Man, a lot of times offenses, they feel really good when it's second and short after a good run on first down. You'll see them be aggressive. They choose to run the football, defense ready, now setting up a third and short situation. Are they going to run it 3 times in a row? The defense probably going to be ready for that.
Push is ahead. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Grabbed behind the line, it's Moore. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
On the screen, out of bounds at the 31. Second down coming up.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. The fake wants to throw. Quick catch. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Keeps it. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. A lot of ball handling goes on in the option, but after you pull it, you got to make sure you take care of it.
Because you're going to be in the teeth of the defense, right, Reese? I mean, if you pull that football, you're still in the center of the field where all those big D linemen and linebackers are living, so you've got to be extra careful with your ball security.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for room, it's Berry. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
Well, he was trying his best to get out of the end zone, but the penetration up front is what got that safety for the defense. Shooting their gaps, winning the one-on-ones. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. Looks it in. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Long way to go on second down. The play fake. Under pressure. Quickly out to the tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Got a man, it's Brown. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
A nice job by the quarterback there, working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route coming from the slot receiver. They get the completion.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good. And you got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
Wants to keep it in the air. They're all over it. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catch is made at the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Tells the run, wants to pass. Left side is Watkins. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Out wide right, it's Brown. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Between the hashes, it's Watkins. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. They'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Right side, it's Durham. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And that's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
Well, so much for nudging it ahead a few inches. 4 wide here on 2nd and short. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Looking to throw for it. Unleashes it. Finds a tight end. Nice pickup, gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they decide to trot out the kicker. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Deep in the end zone, it's Brown. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment.
The Tigers will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They give it back to him. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Snap from the gun on third down. Out wide left, it's Haynes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Great job by the quarterback to beat the blitz by getting rid of the football, and as a bonus, they get the first down.
Yeah, that's a good example of a quarterback knowing where his answers are. He sees the blitz coming, he finds his running back running out of the backfield, and they're able to make that defense pay.
On the run, it's Haynes. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On play action. Grabbed over the middle, it's Haynes. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And that's a really good job by the quarterback, man. You run the play action, you want to take a shot. Nice job taking the check down. Running back does the rest and chews up some yardage.
Clemson set up with another first down. Quick give, it's Johnson.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run him again. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And if anything, this offense has proven one thing, man. They're stubborn. Like, they're going to continue to run the football. That's who they are. That's the identity. They haven't showed great numbers, and they haven't done an elite job, but sticking with it, make this defense play honest. Now here in a 3rd and short situation, will they do it again? They'll still have 4th down afterwards, but they're being pretty stubborn with the run game.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing, you've got guys swiping at it. You've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Rushes on, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. In the backfield, it's Brown. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They lost a couple on that last completion, now looking at a third down. Back to throw, it's Levin. Hauls it in. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on third down.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Second down coming up. Just feeds the running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Right at the line. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. From the gun, it's Johnson. Turning it on! They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Looking for room, it's Haynes. Knocked down immediately.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for a loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
They need a huge play on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. Gets him away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Here's a give to Durham. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Might as well give it to him again. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Second and long here. Follows his blocks. It's Berry. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Drops back. It's Slevin. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. On the return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Keeps it on first down. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Oh, pressure's coming. Had to throw it before he wanted.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Got a man in the middle. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Sells the run, looking to pass. Fires to the big fella. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Got it behind the line. It's Wesco. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a second down play. Left side, it's Moore. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
By the receiver, tackle on the play at the 15-yard line. And first down for the offense.
The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. inside. It's Haynes. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting there. Really good job at the point of attack.
Second down, gonna throw it. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure on this defense.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They'll run the screen. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. The official says no good. That one could have helped out a bit there, guys, but still an 8-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Ripping off a really good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Watkins. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. The option, he'll keep it.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker.
4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. Scanning the field, it's Levitt. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the 4th quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception, and now this offense has a chance late.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game, and one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
2nd down to the air. Lofts one high and deep. Makes the grab on the right. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Clemson. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is the play this offense needed, and it comes from a long shot in the passing game to now get within 2 late. And you know this coach is going for 2 at this point now. You're dialing up your best 2-point play. But what a great job of execution by the offense in a huge moment in this game.
They got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. Trying to get the corner. He'll toss it. He's into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and we're tied here in the final period.
Number 81, set to kick it off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the back. Sees some running room. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
To the air, it's Levitt. Throws to the tight end. Out wide right, it's Green. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And you bust the big, long run play, and then I think all eyes get on the running back right away. And how about this offense with the ability to switch pace really quickly, go from the big run, now take the shot down the field, showing you the balance that can make this offense really dangerous.
Running the red zone, it's Berry. Stopped in his tracks, he got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls it on the option. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Powers inside. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the 1st down.
I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They put a drive together, 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
They want to throw it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And the QB saw it right away. He knew it. As soon as he got that football, he got it out of his hands. He loved his matchup, finding the big fella, getting the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And now this offense needs a late 4th quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Play action on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the 2nd half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Denson. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Blasted as he lets it go. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Not a lot of room to field this one. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Complete to start this drive. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Right side, it's Brown. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Searching for space. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last pass rush. Gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Keeping his eyes downfield. Oh, he's got some space. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
That is a crazy sequence of events, because if you're the defense, you're feeling yourself after getting that sack on 1st down. Now you've got them in 2nd in California, thinking you're going to do it again, and you let him get out the gate. The speed shows up. He somehow is able to make people miss, use the speed, get to the sticks. That kills you as a defense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Straight ahead, it's Davidson. Down he goes.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Denson. Extending the play. He'll pull it down and run. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
Over the middle, complete to Wesco. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Out wide right, it's Brown. Breaks into the open and wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Keeps it himself. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. They'll run the screen. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down.
And after that completion at this juncture of the game, if I'm the quarterback, where is my best one-on-one matchup? I'm throwing this in the end zone on 4th down to...
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You can tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Gonna run it. It's Berry. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Give to the running back. Just smothered on the play. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. The hand to the running back. And this one's not going to work out either. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down. Now the Tigers will use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Making his first move. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. Here comes the heat. Just got rid of that one.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
To the air. It's Denson. Fires to the wideout. Had to force that one.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it.